what's going on, guys? It's Max24, and the month is over. That's right, June has come and gone. We are in the month of July, and with a new month means a new haul video. But before any of that, please always remember to drop a like, comment, subscribe to friends, all the ones of us YouTubers tell you to do. Following social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I upload most on Twitter and TikTok, sometimes Facebook, barely on Instagram. Follow me, subscribe to me here. And with that, let's get into the monthly haul video. So this month, I bought a lot of movies, and I mean a lot of movies. I didn't buy any video games, didn't really buy any books, bought like 2 pop figures, but I bought a lot of freaking movies. So we're gonna jump right into that, but before we do that, let me know in the comments movies that you picked up, and make sure to let me know movies that I picked up that you're like, oh my gosh, I wanted that. Without further ado, let's go over the movies I picked up in the month of June. Now these movies, some of them are collection fillers, some of them are, upgrades, and some of them are just brand new movies I've never had in my collection. So first off, we got Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. This is one of the first animated movies by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, the great directing duo who brought us Spider-Verse. And this movie's fun. It's not an amazing movie, it's not one of the best animated movies in the world, but it's a fun animated movie, and it's fun watching it. It's not even really a great adaptation of the book, but it's still a fun time, and I really enjoy watching this every time I put it on screen. Along with that, I got Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. Not a great sequel. It's not on the same level as the first one. I don't even think that they wrote this one. I think some other people wrote this one. But it's still a good movie. It's still an enjoyable, family-friendly animated film with a lot of jokes, a lot of heart, and it's a decent sequel. I'm surprised we never got a third one, though, because they seem to be really pushing the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs brand. On top of that, I picked up Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl in 4K Blu-ray. Now, this is an upgrade. I had it in DVD beforehand, but this 4K Blu-ray was on sale, so I'm like, I'm going to upgrade my Pirates of the Caribbean 1 into 4K. Now, I think the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies are some of the best movies that I've seen, one of the best trilogies that I know. It's a really well-done trilogy. There's a lot of hate that gets thrown at the second one and third ones in the series. I don't think that's warranted. I think they're really fun movies. I think they're really good pirate movies, and really fun seeing Jack Sparrow in the role. I think the 4th and 5th ones really tarnish the brand, but I think the first 3 are some of the best movies in the pirate world that we've seen. And this one started it all, and this was one of the only ones that was actually really well critically received and fan received, whereas 2 and 3 weren't. So it's a good movie. It's a fun movie. Jack Sparrow is awesome in this movie, and everything about this movie is just a good time. Then I picked up Secrets of Dumbledore. The Fantastic Beasts series has been hit or miss. It's not at the height of Harry Potter at all. It's nowhere near there. Now, I enjoy the first one. I thought the first one really set up an intriguing premise. Oh my gosh, we're in America. Oh my gosh, the American Wizarding World. Oh my gosh, a case full of creatures. Oh my gosh, give me all of that. But then the series decided to tack on a Grindelwald story as well that Newt doesn't feel like he belongs in, and they kept carrying these characters throughout these movies, and I just felt like a lot of these characters had no reason to be here. Even here, I felt like they had no reason to be here, and they kind of shoehorned a reason for why Newt had to be here. Now, I liked this movie. I think it's a decent entry into the Fantastic Beasts series. I think it's better than the second one, not as good as the first one, nowhere near as good as any of the Harry Potter movies, but none of them are nowhere near as good as any of the Harry Potter movies. But if this is where it ended, I wouldn't care. Okay, if this is how it ends, alright. The only other thing I can see from here is a Grindelwald and Dumbledore duel, which would be cool. It would be nice and cool, but one, I don't understand how you can squeeze out 2 more movies, because there were supposed to be 5 movies in this series. The third one kind of ended a lot of their storylines, so we'll see what happens. This movie didn't do well in the box office, so we'll see what happens with Harry Potter going forward. We're not done with Wizarding World content, but we might be done with Fantastic Beasts content. But overall, I enjoyed it. Not amazing, not horrible. It's just a decent adventure in this universe. Then I picked up the complete series of Community. I absolutely love Community. It's a hilarious comedy. Seriously, if you haven't watched Community, you gotta go watch Community. You gotta go experience it for yourself. Now, the first season kind of plays it safe. It kind of feels like, it's standard, but then it goes off the rails. It goes completely off the rails, and it's great. Every season is great. Of course, some seasons are better than others, but every season is great. It's just, it's hilarious. Seriously, it's a classic. Go watch it if you haven't watched it. Then I picked up 42 the Jackie Robinson story. Now, this is a Chadwick Boseman film, which is why I added it to my collection, because I'm not a big baseball person. Never have been, probably never will be. And true stories, I like true stories. Now, they're not my go-to movies, but I like them. But I picked this up because of Chadwick Boseman, all right? Chadwick Boseman, if you don't know, was Black Panther, and he died, and it was sad. And I'm trying to buy all of the movies that he was in to, honor him, because he was a great actor. And I really liked him, and I really miss him. A lot of people miss him, and this is just another movie in my collection of Chadwick Boseman movies. I'm almost done with getting all the physical ones, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, it's the movie by Jackie Robinson. I mean, you get Jackie Robinson's story. It's a fine movie. Then I picked up Hereditary. This is a horror movie from A24. And it's terrifying. It's scary. I can barely watch it. I don't even think I've gotten through the entire thing, because I have never been a big horror fan until recently. So I'm gonna be able to watch through this finally. It was only like $5, so I was like, add it to my collection. Makes sense. So yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've heard it's a classic. I've heard people love it. So I'm excited to watch the full thing. Then I picked up the Mad Max 4K anthology. This is all 4 Mad Max movies so far. Or 5? Yeah, 5. That's Mad Max. That's The Road Warrior. That's Thunderdome, and that's Fury Road. So only 4. I was right, only 4. But yeah, they're good movies. They're fun movies. Fury Road was probably one of the best ones. They're decent movies. They look really good on 4K. They're fun. They're Mad Max. You know what you're gonna get from Mad Max, and there you go. I'm excited to see where they take the franchise with the Furiosa movie. So can't wait to see that, and I'm happy to add these to my collection. Then I picked up the X-Men trilogy in 4K. This is an upgrade. I had them all on DVD. I wanted to upgrade them because the X-Men movies are really good, alright? A lot of people don't give them enough credit. Sure, there's some stinkers in there. Some really big stinkers. But overall, the franchise is really, really good, and it has some of the strongest superhero movies I've ever seen. I mean, Logan, X2, Days of Future Past, some of the best superhero movies ever put to screen. People gotta give this series more respect, and I'm really glad I can add the original trilogy in 4K to my collection. Now, Last Stand isn't great, but the other two are. Then I picked up one of the best movies in the world. Seriously, this movie just blew everything out of the water before it, and that is Morbius. Oh my gosh, this movie it's amazing. It's stellar. It's stellar. Sony, nobody wanted a Morbius movie. Nobody asked for a Morbius movie. Nobody, no. It's the best Morbius movie ever made, but didn't have to be made. But I got this because it's part of the Sony Spider-Verse, whatever they're doing, and it's MCU adjacent, and I gotta buy all the superhero movies, so there you go. It's probably got a really cool cover, though. I mean, look at that. It has no right to have this cool of a cover, so it's in my collection now. Then I picked up the Hellboy reboot. And this is a collection filler because I needed all the Hellboy movies, so it's not great, right? It's not great. David Harper does a fine job in the role, but it's no Ron Perlman. It's a fine movie, all right. It's not like, oh my gosh, one of the worst movies ever made, but it's nowhere near one of the best movies ever made either. It's no. Then I got Hellboy 2, The Golden Army. This is the sequel to Ron Perlman's Hellboy, and this one's good, alright? I needed to finish my Hellboy collection, so I got the first one, needed all the others, and this one's legitimately a good time. A worthy sequel, a good Ron Perlman movie, a good Guillermo del Toro movie. It's just a fun movie to watch, alright? I wish that the new one was up to par with this, but it wasn't. And I'm still surprised we never got a Hellboy 3. Like, seriously, that missed opportunity. Then I picked up Paddington 2. Well, no, Paddington, not Paddington 2. Paddington. I had Paddington 2. I did not have Paddington. This is a cute movie. Alright, both the Paddington movies, they're cute movies. If you have not watched any of them, you should. I really enjoy them, alright? They're funny, they're well acted, they're just fun family entertainment, and Paddington is he's adorable. He's adorable in his little coat, alright? You gotta watch these movies. Then I picked up Monsters vs. Aliens. This is part of my DreamWorks collection, and I like this movie. I really liked this movie growing up. I still like this movie. I think DreamWorks has a lot of bangers on their hand, alright? They don't think they get enough credit for the things that they've made. And this is one of those movies I don't think gets enough credit. It's just a fun movie, all right? Doesn't take itself too seriously. It's got a fun, colorful cast of characters, and I'm really glad I got to add it to my collection now. I'm slowly filling out my DreamWorks collection. I really hope I can complete the collection by the end of this year. Then I picked up Reservoir Dogs, which finishes my Quentin Tarantino collection. Really glad I could find this. It was really cheap. It's probably used. I got it from Half Price Books, but I needed it to finish Quentin Tarantino. And I have every single one of his movies. He's a great director. I don't think some of his movies are like, people say this movie is like amazing. I think it's fine. I think it's good. I don't think it's amazing, but I still enjoyed it. So I'm really glad I got to add it to the collection. Then I picked up a collection filler, Terminator Salvation. It's the last Terminator movie that I needed. It's fine. It's all right. It's Terminator. Terminator 1, Terminator 2 are still the only like really good Terminator. Dark Fate was decent. This one was all right. It was all right. Nothing to write home about. Then I picked up I Am Legend. I Am Legend is a really good movie. If you have not watched it, you really should. Now, the alternate ending is a lot better than the theatrical ending. I don't know why they ever went with the theatrical ending. Seriously, the alternate ending is great. But this is a really fun movie. It's a really good movie. Will Smith does a really good job. The story is really fun, and everything about this is it's a good time. Again, alternate ending though. Alternate ending all the way. Now this next set of 6 are upgrades, because of course I had these movies. All right. I don't know what order these are in, so we're just gonna pull them out. All right. We got Return of the Jedi, great movie. We got, what is this one? Empire Strikes Back, great movie. We got A New Hope, great movie. We got Revenge of the Sith, great movie. We got Attack of the Clones, it exists. We got The Phantom Menace, it exists. These were all collection upgrade movies because I had these in Blu-ray, of course, and now I have them all in 4K. They were on sale, so I was really happy about that. Got them all for like, it was 3 for 2 sale going on. Yeah, so I was able to finish my upgrade collection, and there we go. Now they're gonna sit by all the other ones, and I can actually like order them and how they're supposed to order, because my Blu-ray was like one of those complete set bundle type things, so I couldn't like put Rogue One and Solo in between the prequels and originals. Now I can, so that's gonna be really nice on the shelf. Then I picked up the Toy Story 4 movie collection. These movies are great movies. Some of Pixar's best. Toy Story 1 banger, Toy Story 2 banger, Toy Story 3 banger, and Toy Story 4 banger. Seriously, I love every single one of these movies. Now, Toy Story 3 is probably, Toy Story 2 and 3 are probably some of the best ones in the franchise, but all really good. I'm really excited to check out Lightyear because I haven't watched that yet, and I'll never stop rewatching these movies. They're great movies, and I hope they don't do a Toy Story 5, but they're probably going to. Then I got Taken. All right, this is a classic movie, so who doesn't know Liam Neeson's Taken? Like, who doesn't? Now, did they need to make a second one? Did they need to make a third one? Probably not. Probably not. But the first one is a classic. It's a classic. Well, classic as in when did it come out? I don't even know when it came out. But it's a classic action movie. So there you go. This is also a collection filler. It's not a good movie. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Long Haul. This is the last live-action Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie, and this is when they changed the entire cast, and this is when they stopped doing live-action movies. It's not a good movie. Not a good movie, but I had to buy it. Then my dad bought me Dirty Dancing. All right, it's Dirty Dancing. I mean, I don't know what more to say about that. Then I got the Matrix 4 movie collection. The only good Matrix is the first Matrix, but it's a series, so I had to just I had to buy the series collection. So now I have all of them, including Resurrection, which yeah. But the first one's a really good movie. It's a classic. It's a good time. Then they made sequels. Then I got Disney's Cruella. This is the third villain origin story movie, because they made 2 Maleficent movies and they made Cruella, and this was actually a really surprisingly good movie. It was a fun movie. It was really well acted. The costumes were amazing, And yeah, I enjoyed it. Now, did I never need a backstory about Cruella? No. Am I happy I got one? Not really. But was this movie fun and good and well made? Yeah. Yeah, it was. So, if they're well made, then I guess I'll allow it. And then the final movie I got is Midsummer. Midsummer is another A24 horror movie. I have never watched this movie. Have not, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I'm excited to check it out because just look at that. Just look at that. I don't even know what it's about, but I've heard a lot of good things. But yeah, that is all the movies I picked up in the month of June. Now let's get into the pop figures, and I only picked up 2. I got myself Piplup. Look at that little penguin guy. Look at him. His little flappy wings. Oh, he's adorable. They really do a really good job with the Pokemon pop figures. And then I got Lapras. Look at this man. Look at this man. Look at him. Look at his little shell. Look at that. That's amazing. But yeah, that is all that I picked up in the month of June. Again, like I said, a lot of movies, only 2 pop figures, and no video games. Let me know what you picked up in the comments below. Let me know what I picked up that you really want me, that you really like, that you think I really need to watch. Let me know things I need to add to my collection, and let me know things I really got wrong here. But I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next.